The 5 Series is one of the best-selling mid-size executive luxury sedans in history. This right here is the latest update. This is the facelifted G30 520i Luxury. Is it worth your money? Let's find out. Here at the front, the changes are subtle, but they make the car look a lot more modern. I think it looks like a smaller 7 Series now. And that's mostly because of the grille. The grille is now bigger, and the two kidneys are connected to each other. Thankfully though, I think it still looks proportional, unlike some other BMW models. The new headlamps are narrower, and the DRLs have a more geometric design. The bumper has a more aggressive design with a more prominent chin for a more sporty look. Here at the back, it now gets what BMW calls 3D tail lamps. It looks like the actual surface of the tail lamp is glowing. It doesn't look like the light is behind glass. I think it's a very interesting and very modern look. When the lights are off, the taillights look smoked. I think they definitely look better than the all-red tail lamps of the pre-facelift models. It gets a more aggressive bumper design, and down there you get dual exhaust tips, and both of them are real. Like the previous 520i Luxury, this also gets a power trunk, which you can also open using your foot. Cargo space is pretty generous. You can fit 3 luggage bags and a couple of smaller bags. Just one minor complaint, I wish BMW did a better job at hiding the reverse camera because it sticks out like a pimple. From this angle, it looks mostly the same. The 520i Luxury gets 18-inch wheels, the same size as the pre-facelift 520i Luxury, but it has a different design now with more spokes. I think it looks more classy. 18s look a bit small on the car. 19s would definitely look better. On the pre-facelift models, you had 2 variants for the 520i. You had the 520i Sport and the 520i Luxury. The 520i Sport came with 19-inch wheels. On this facelift, you only have 1 variant for the 520i, and that's this 520i Luxury. If you want a sportier 5 Series that's not an M5, BMW now offers the 530i Msport. That one gets 19-inch wheels, and more importantly, it gets a more powerful 260 horsepower engine. And we're definitely looking forward to driving that. The engine is still the same 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine as the pre-facelift model. It produces 184 horsepower and 290 Newton meters of torque, and it's coupled to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The interior of the 520i Luxury has also been updated. I think the most obvious difference here is the color of the interior. The previous 520i Luxury came with a 2-tone interior. On the previous 520i Luxury, the leather was in saddle brown. In here, you get an all-black interior. Now, I kind of miss the 2-tone interior of the previous 520i Luxury, but if you like black, you'll love this interior. Another change is that you don't get as many piano black accents. On the previous 520i Luxury, this was piano black, and also this. Now you get this wood grain accent. Yeah, you still get piano black accents over here and also over here, but it's a lot less now. Both front seats are power adjustable. It gets adjustable lumbar support, which I always appreciate. The steering wheel is power adjustable, and the adjustment is electronic. And you get 2-person memory settings. You can save the settings for your steering wheel, your seats, and your mirrors using the memory settings. In terms of materials, it's still as premium as before. Everything is covered in soft touch materials. Like this is soft touch right here. This is soft touch. This is leather wrapped. You don't see a lot of cheap plastics here. Even the panels down here are also soft padded. Yeah, even this panel underneath the steering wheel, which you will never be touching. That's dedication to detail. You get ambient lighting all around the car, which is customizable. You can change the color. Right now it's blue. You can set it to lilac or green. There has to be orange, right? There though, orange. Classic BMW color. The second major change here is the new infotainment screen. It now gets a bigger 12-inch screen, and thankfully it now gets wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. You can also operate the system using voice commands. Hey BMW, it's cold in here.
Okay, it will be warmer shortly.
Hey BMW, it's too warm now.
I'm lowering the temperature, so it will be cooler shortly.
Hey BMW, turn up the volume, set the station to 88.3.
I'm playing the frequency 88.3.
Hey BMW, mute the radio.
Mute on.
So you don't have to remember specific commands. You can just use regular English sentences. You can also operate the screen using this knob over here and these buttons. This is also touch sensitive, so you can write letters here.
Z.
You can also use gesture control. Like to increase the volume, you can just do this. To decrease the volume, you can do this. To skip the track or to move to the next station, you can do this. You get a high resolution reverse camera. You don't get a top-down camera or a 360 camera, but you get sensors all around the car. You also get park assist and reversing assistant. The car has automatic, parallel, and perpendicular parking. To initiate, just press park assist on the screen. If you want to park to your left, use the left turn indicator. If you want to park to your right, use the right turn indicator. In this case, we're going to park to our right, so we'll use the right indicator. Now the car will start looking for a suitable parking spot. If it finds one, it'll give you a notification, and you just have to select the parking slot on the screen. Just gonna select it, and the car does everything automatically. Automatically park itself, like so. It steers itself. Bit unnerving. Asking, oh no. Oh, that's amazing. It goes into drive and reverse automatically. You can control the speed using the brakes, but even without stepping on the brakes, the car will just automatically apply the brakes on its own. You have two reasonably sized cup holders over here. Over here you have one USB port, one 12-volt outlet. Over here it looks like you have a wireless phone charger, but you actually don't. It doesn't charge your phone. The car gets two climate zones at the front. And not only can you adjust the temperature separately, you can also adjust the fan speed independently. It gets a Harman Kardon sound system, which sounds pretty good. The instrument cluster has been changed. It no longer has the physical rings around the digital gauges. Here at the back, it's mostly the same. You still get these manual curtains. You get two additional climate zones here at the back. So you have a total of 4 zones. 2 at the front and 2 back here. You get 2 air vents. You get 2 USB-C ports over here and 1 12-volt outlet. You also got some storage over here. You have map pockets over here. You get a foldable padded armrest with 2 cup holders. Headroom is quite decent. I have about 3 inches or 2.5. Legroom is also quite okay. I'm sitting behind myself. The center tunnel though is quite high, which should be expected from a rear-wheel drive car like this. You get this undeniable sensification whenever you're driving a BMW. And that's something that you can't find in the spec sheet. You just feel like you're in something special. For one, the NVH levels are very good. It's very quiet inside the cabin. The ride quality is also very good. Although compared to something like an E-Class, it does tend to lean more towards performance than comfort. Also, something that you will notice when you're driving a car like this is that people tend to be nicer to you on the road. They're more likely to let you pass, mas madaling sumingit, and people don't seem to tailgate you as much. So like the previous 520i, this also comes with auto start-stop function, which helps a lot in improving fuel economy in the city, especially if you have a lot of traffic lights along your route. This still has the same engine as the previous 520i. I got about 20 kpl on the highway and about 9 in the city, which is pretty good for a car like this. It can be very relaxing to drive if you want it to be. It's very quiet, the ride quality is good, but if you want a bit more excitement from your drive, the car also offers that. The car has more than adequate power for a bit of playfulness. You can actually make the rear end step out if you want to, although we're not going to do that right now. And the steering feels quite precise for an EPS system. You do get cruise control in the car. Unfortunately though, it's not adaptive. It's just regular cruise control. So you have 3 driving modes here. You have Comfort, Eco Pro, and Sport. So currently we're in Sport. In Sport mode, everything just feels sharper. The throttle response is a lot faster. The steering feels a bit heavier. And the transmission tends to hold on to the gears a bit longer. In Eco Pro, it almost feels sluggish, but it does help in improving fuel economy a lot. The 520i Luxury sells for 4.29 million pesos. That's a bit more than the previous 520i Luxury, but a bit less than the current E200 E-Class. In the world of luxury cars, value for money isn't as important as prestige, and that batch over there offers plenty of it. I'd say if you're looking for a mid-size executive luxury sedan that's also fun to drive, I think this would be the ideal choice for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.